I'm on here because I ran into an issue, and I wanted to talk to everyone about what had happened to me. So, uh, for about 3 weeks, I would say, a few people was hitting me up like, "Hello," that I didn't know and never seen or anything, and they was asking me, do I own 602 magazine.com and 480 magazine dot com? And I was like feeling some way because I was like, yes, why? And I'm thinking, why? I'm thinking you can look it up. It's public record unless you have it private. And not knowing that they was asking me because my website on Google, online was showing it wasn't coming up, and I had no idea. I'm gonna tell y'all how I found out. I found out because I'm doing a 30 and over fitness dancing video, and it's coming up next month around the 23rd. I might have to postpone it because I didn't know that this was going on. How I found out though was the production company that I'm going through had called me, and he was like, "Okay, we're going to see how we're going to do this and do that." And I'm like, "Okay, good." And so he was like, "Okay, let me look up your websites and this and that and this and that." And I gave it to him, and he was like, "That's funny, they're not coming up." And I was like, "What you mean they're not coming up?" Because I have a lot of things on there, like so I don't look them up all the time. So, but after this, oh, trust me, I will start, just taking a look and making sure that everything is on the up and up. But so with that being said, I was like, "What you mean?" And he was like, "No, it's not coming up." So the hosting and things that I had to go through my for my websites, 480magazine.com and 602magazine.com, I had a hard time getting a hold to them to let them know what is going on with my websites. So with that being said, only one came up, 602 magazine, and the 480 magazine haven't came up, but it is mine. Both of them is mine, and I'm going to go through someone else later on because I don't like to do business like that. Like I had to email, do this, call all over and try to get someone. No, I'm not doing, when I'm do business, I don't want to do business like that. I want to be able to talk to someone and help me with technical issues and all of that. So with that being said, it was just a nightmare. And I went on there, and my 602 magazine is back up, but not my 480magazine.com is not up, but it's mine. So it should be up in a while. I think I'm going to change servers, so I'm not sure. So I'm going to just decide on that because, like I said, I want someone that available 24/7. I don't want to have to email and try to call all over town to try to find out what's going on with my website. So yeah, so that's another thing that I went through. And now that I'm thinking back, I was like, why is these people that I don't know asking me, is this my website? Which it is. And that's my domain. Domain 480magazine.com, 602magazine.com. They're mine. You can look it up. It's a way to look it up to see who own what domains. I actually have about 70 that I have to try to manage, and that's why I said, like, hopefully, praise God, hopefully later on I will get an assistant because there's so many that I have to try to watch out for. Because I wanted to tell you, like, this is investing, like domains and websites and stuff is a good investment. But if you if you don't be up and up and because every year you have to pay for it, your domain, or every month, however you set it up, every 6 months. I usually set mine up for every year, so that way I won't have to worry about them for a whole year. And so if you forget, I don't know exactly how much time you have. I'm not sure. I don't want to say a date and steer anyone wrong. But it's the time that you have to, if you don't renew your stuff, somebody can just go and take it and have a come up off of something that you worked hard for. So with that being said, that's a business itself. So I mean, it's nothing wrong with it. It's legal. Like, you can, if they don't register it in a certain time, I don't know what reason they might forget. Like me, I forgot. Thank God I remembered in enough time to get everything back right. But if you forget, or if you got something going on and you don't renew it, someone could just snatch it right from you. And that's true. And then you would be like, oh my God, after working. But you have so much time, they would like try to alert you and let you know, like, this is due, you need to get it, and then if not, then they'll put it on a certain page, and then someone can actually purchase it. So be careful of that. And I wanted to say, like, I have, as I was telling you, I have like 70 at this time, about 70 something. And I don't recommend it. You just going out, trying to, buy this and buy this, buy that, unless you know exactly what you're doing. Because when I first started off, I researched it for a while, but I thought I knew what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay. So I brought like I would say probably about 20 of them that's not really worth anything. I'm going to put them to work, but at this time, they're worth like less than $100. That's nothing. But now that I know what I'm doing, I make sure I buy some that's worth, quite a bit. So, at this time, I don't have any, I'm not saying I'm rich. I don't have this money, that money, or nothing. But in the future, Tina will look into have a big investment or leave it for my kids, or my family, somebody. Okay. So, at this time, I just, I'm doing it gradually, but, I want to tell you, like I will give you one of my domains you can look up right now. Is ti.tips. ti.tips. I think you could go on Whois to look up to see who the owner is, and it's WHOIS name search. I think you can. Don't, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I think you can. And then you could go to GoDaddy appraisal, and you could put in ti.tips, and it will tell you exactly how much that is worth. And matter of fact, I just sold one. I'm in the process of selling one, and I do recommend. I recommend, if you're trying to be in some kind of business like this, make sure that you talk to someone, you research, you do everything, because for legal reasons and for just so you will know exactly what you're doing. Don't just go out and try to buy a whole bunch and thinking, okay, I'm about to come up. No, it don't work like that. You might buy a whole bunch and they might just sit there. Okay? So I really suggest to you to research, to talk to people, and find out what would be good for you. Just don't, I don't want you to be like, and I'm not telling anyone to do this. Please, I'm not telling anyone to do this. I'm just telling you what my experience is. And So, yeah, it's a good business to be in, but you just really need to know exactly what you're doing. Because like I was saying, when I first started, I didn't know nothing. I mean, I thought I did because I researched. I'm a big person of researching, trying to learn different things to make more, just to build my stuff up. Because one of my domains is tinaempire.com. I have so many, I just can't name them all. But yeah, so a lot of them is worth good money. Some of them is not. Like I said, I was just doing. I just started and I thought I knew what I was doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, I don't recommend you just trying to jump out there and start doing this if you don't know what you're doing. You need to actually know what you're doing. So I just wanted to get on here and tell you about how my websites that I didn't even know that they wasn't down. I hadn't checked them in a while. Like I said, two people that reached out to me that I didn't know, and they was like, "Are you the owner?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm the owner. Look it up." Like I'm feeling like if they trying to like be funny, I didn't know. But with that being said, when I went, because I'm in the process of working with the production company and everything to get my video and everything worked out. And he said, "Okay, let me see how we gonna do it." And he was like, "Hold on, neither one of these are coming up." And I'm like, "What?" And so yeah, that was just like, but you know what? It's mine. 480magazine.com, 602magazine.com is Tina's. So it is mine. I'm gonna have to, if I have to move it over to a different website, I will, because like I said, I want to be able to talk to someone 24/7. I don't want to have to email 10 people to try to get my stuff right. And I went on there right now, and 602magazine.com came up on the website, but 480magazine.com is still not coming up. And I do apologize if it doesn't come up. Like I said, I'm going to be moving my stuff, but it is mine. I am the owner. So I just wanted to get on here and tell you like my nightmare that I've been going through. And one of my businesses that I do. And yeah, it's a good business to be in, but you just have to know exactly what you're doing. Because like I said, I look under the ones that done expired, like websites, domains, all that, and see if it's one that I like and that I think that will be profit to me and look for. But you have to know what you're doing. And as I said, I sold one. I'm in the process of selling one. And if you sell one, you know what? I don't recommend like you just like two parties. No, don't do that. That would be a wrong move. Because if you doing it like that, and say you don't have a third party involved, and say they write you a check or something, and it don't clear, and you done sent over your stuff, domain or your website or whatever over to them, then what are you going to do? Try to sue them? That's about it. Maybe you could do that or something, but that would be like a wrong move to do. So my suggestion is to, for stuff like that, you can go through it, like just like like a real estate, just like buying the houses. You could go through what is it called? You can go through escrow. I'm so sorry. It just was not coming up. Online escrow, and they will make sure all the funds is there, and then it'll be a good way of doing it like that. Don't try to do it two parties. I'm not telling you don't, but I don't I don't recommend that, because if you do it like that, and like I said, if something go wrong, then you just out of your domain. So I recommend, just like in houses, you put it up online, escrow, and then that's how you do that. So I just want to get on here and tell everyone what happened to me. OMG. OMG. I'm sorry for everyone that was trying to look me up on my websites or whatever. I didn't know, because I don't, like I said, I have 70 going on. I don't check them all the time, so I didn't know. So I just want to give everybody a little, a little of what I do. And I'll give you I'll give you another one of my domains to check. And you could go to GoDaddy Appraisal. And of course you can't buy them because they're mine, but it will tell you about how much they're worth. So I'll give you another one. I have Z, as in zebra, network.org, O-R-G. That will be mine's also. So check it out. It'll tell you about how much it's worth.